Today I'm going to learn how to throw far. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here outside of Phoenix, Arizona with the one, the only Drew Gibson. He is one of the touring professionals, allegedly one of the farthest throwing disc golfers in the world. So today he is going to help me try to throw far.
Yeah, Pete get asked a lot of questions about people wanting to always throw farther and elevate their games to the next level. Hopefully in this video today, I can not only help you guys at home, but also Brodie get a couple extra feet on their drive, as that's all something that we all want. That's why we're out here.
We want that distance. Let's jump into it.
One of the most important parts of throwing distance is the run up. So when you're running up down the fairway or the tee pad or whatever it is where you're trying to get that extra little bit of distance, setting up your feet in the right way to get your hips engaged is actually very important to the final result. If I'm going down here and I want to throw it this, I want my right front foot, if you're left-handed, your left front foot, to be crossed over my left back foot or your right back foot. So if I'm throwing, I want my feet to be set up like this, so that way my hips are engaged and I can pull through using my hips. If I don't do this, I end up being like I'm on a surfboard or a skateboard or a snowboard, and my hips can only go forwards. They can't rotate around, which is in the throwing motion, you want to go around to get that big power. So again, I'll show you from the front. If I'm going here, I want to go like this with my legs crossed, and that gives my hips a chance to not only go forward, but also excel through the shot, which will add tremendous power to your throw if you're one of the people that stands with your feet flat. So now that you have your hips engaged, when you're coming through with your hips, you want it to be one motion. You don't want your hips to go before your arm, and you don't want your arm way ahead of your hips. I don't want my hips to be before my arm too much, because then it's gonna create my back shoulder to drop and I'm gonna throw it straight in the air. But also I don't want my arm to go ahead, because that's gonna lead me to go forward. So the main thing that I would tell Brodie or anybody else wanting to learn is try to keep your head in the middle of your body, as then your shoulders can't really topsy-turvy too much if my head is directly in the middle. So if my lineup is here and my head's in the middle, my shoulders are pretty even. So if I'm coming across this way and my shoulders stay even, my shot should come out on a good angle and a good height, which is a big deal for throwing far, as a lot of people think you need to really launch it in the air to throw far, which really I was showing Brodie earlier. You could throw low laser beams almost just as far as trying to like really max it out, at least for me.
And throwing those like super high ones, if you're off by just a fraction, it's gonna be way worse, right? Like the disc is just gonna end up not anywhere near where you're trying to have it.
Yeah, like I showed you earlier with that one I threw. So I was just throwing buzzes out in the field, and then I threw my destroyer, my super stable one, super high, and Brodie's like, oh, it didn't even go as far as your buzz. You know, but I ripped it, like I threw it as hard as I could, and it just hyzered out. So there's a fine line between like trying to throw it like Simon and Eagle, and a fine line between like throwing a golf shot, because I can't throw it very high, very far. So I have to throw it low and far, and I'm still one of the farthest throwers in the world, just like Macbeth. We have that kind of same style. So when you throw, you want to just make sure that you're hitting that angle and that speed the same every time, just like I was telling Brodie, because then you get that replicatable distance, which is what matters. If you're out there on the disc golf course and you can throw 550 consistently, that's better than the guy that can throw 600 6 out of 10. Because sometimes he's going to go in the lake, sometimes he's going to he might throw it on top of the house. But if you can do the same thing every time, it might not be as far as the next guy, but if you can do it every time, that's what's gonna get your scores down.
Now, do you have like a specific grip that you go for like when you're really trying to get distance?
So when 99% of my shots you'll see me throw is like a modified fan grip, which is what you use, correct? And then if I'm throwing, like in this video today, I'll be throwing a 3-finger power grip, which when I learned how to play, my hand wasn't even big enough to put my pinky on there.
Oh, wow.
So I just learned with my 3 fingers, but this is like the grip I'll be using today. But if anyone ever watched me play on YouTube or my Instagram or anything like that, it will be mainly this grip here. But for the extra video, I will be throwing a 3-finger like power grip. Once you have your run up dialed in, your hips are engaged, and your head's proportionally in the middle of your body, one thing that really matters is getting that reach back. So this is where, as far as you reach back is as far as it's gonna come through. So when you're reaching back, you wanna make sure that you're getting everything you can. Like if you see me, Simon, Eagle, a lot of us top distance throwers, Macbeth, we're like this when we're throwing the distance shot, because what that's going to do is that's going to give us the most time to pull through here, you know, so you have this much room to generate power. So the farther you reach back with control, the better your shots are going to be down the road. And another thing is when you have your head position here, you don't want to be reaching back and have your head this way, because that restricts your reach back. If I go like this, look how much farther my arm goes back versus if I'm going like this. If your head's forward, you can't reach back to your full potential. So when people are trying to throw like this, you're never reaching back to what you actually can because your head doesn't let you move your shoulders backwards.
Is your head moving together with your reach back? Like
Yes.
as you reach back, your head is kind of almost following the disc at that point?
I like to say when I'm teaching somebody like a fist, like imagine there's a fist between your shoulder and your chin, because that way you're going here the same and then forward the same. And then obviously,
oh, man.
if
Okay.
I'm here, you know, my shoulder's not reaching my face until here, but then it should follow. And then again, I'm not, you know, trying to glue my chin to my shoulder, but your head should move with that front shoulder like this, like almost like a cameraman would, you know, like this. So you don't want to like have your head way out in front, but you also don't want to be like this, because then what that's going to do, that's going to turn you too much. That's going to cause you to round your shot.
You can see the disc doesn't really go behind his body.
No, it's still out in front of me. And so
and
then
show what some people try to do to throw
so they
far.
go like this, and then what happens is I'll show two demonstrations. One, if I go like this, my shot is going to be on this plane. And I'm trying to throw it this way. If I go this way, straight back, my shot's going to come right through here, straight out. And that's one line. So as soon as you have, it's just like anything. The less room for air you can have, the better it's going to be overall. So if I can minimize the little things that might create a missed throw or a missed angle or lose a little bit of power, that's going to help you throw better more often.
Yeah, and so I think one thing that's helped me too is on the reach back. If you are someone that you film yourself and you're doing that rounding, the idea of like trying to push the disc away from your body.
Yeah. You do a pretty good job of that now. Like
yeah, just
putting the disc out.
Just get it out away from your body, because the rounding is one of those things that really like.
It just kills you, because even if you have good distance like that, it's still, you got to think of throwing like this. You know, like your wrist can open at any point. You know, your body, it doesn't work the same. It's not a machine. It's not a Callaway club testing tool. It's not going to do the same thing every time. So if you're rounding, your release is never going to be exactly the same, because it's just like 1 degree means so much in disc golf. So it's like, if I'm doing this, I'm never going to stop my shot in the same exact spot. So it's going to be hard. Like, say I'm playing a practice round and I hit the first tree and I just thought I released, but really my angle was over here. But really I want to throw flat. It's like, you don't really know that. You just think, oh, I early released it. You don't know how to fix it. Now, if I early release, I know that the disc early released, because I know my form is doing the same thing every single time. And it's just, oh, I had a bad grip, or oh, I slipped, or oh, I just sucked that time. Like, you don't want to always think like, I wonder if it was these 10 variables. If you can narrow your mistakes down to just 2 or 3 things that might have happened, then it's going to be much easier for you to fix that and keep moving forward, and not only gaining more distance, but just being better overall golfer. Once you got that reach back and your head's in the correct position, you're not going too far over or back, you want to make sure that you're pulling through the center of your body here. This is where you get the most power, because imagine if there's a door here and you're trying to break it down. You're not going to hit it like this. Your body doesn't make much power. Now, if I'm going like this, you're going to be able to get right through that door, and this is your power zone. This is like your money zone. This is what I call the hot pocket. You want to put the disc here, because what happens is when you pull through, you're going to be right through that center core of your body, which is the strongest part of your body, with your elbow leading and getting that disc to pop out of your hand. One thing that Brodie was doing that we were working on, like just through videos on the phone, is he was going like this. But what happens is, now the strongest part of your body, your core and your elbow, you're not getting that throw versus here. If I'm exploding like this, I'm going up. If you're going with your shoulder first, it creates this weird like over yourself type throw, which is going to create the nose to go down. You're going to lose a lot of power. So that's something that I would work on. If you might think that your shots go low too much or low nose down, it's probably the way that you're setting yourself up, and you're not exploding off of your hips up.
Ooh. This is attempt number 1 at throwing 500 feet. The quest for 500 feet, you guys wanted it. This is it. The chin thing I was not doing. So we want to go here, here, chin, like that.
You can even cross your feet up more. Yeah.
And like here.
Yeah.
And then chin through.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to keep your head close, because your head being close is keeping your body together. You know, you're moving as one instead of, if your head's apart, you're moving as two separate things. Do you see what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. Versus like, I think I was doing like this.
Yeah. Because think about it, if you're walking through the mall and you're looking right, your body's naturally going to go right.
Yeah.
You know, your body's naturally going to go left. So your head's a big dictator on your throw.
Okay. Head follow. See where this goes. And one thing I forgot to ask you, where am I releasing this? Like on a little hyzer, a little flat, anhyzer?
A little hyzer, and like I was showing you, like that lower angle. You know, like the shots I was throwing.
Yeah,
like you don't
low with like a little hyzer like that.
Yeah, like you want it to flip up, but where you get the distance when the disc glides and turns over. So you don't want it to be a hyzer the whole time.
Gotcha. I think I did the...
Yeah, you were too far back.
Ooh, I missed my line by about 50 feet, but that...
There you go. There you go.
Ooh. Feel a little pop.
That came out, that was the fastest one.
Came out the fastest.
Yeah.
I actually heard it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna grab those and try round 2. After round 1, Drew, you have some tips for me for round 2. Because we're not even gonna measure those distances. I think they're all like what, sub 450?
Yeah, like they're 400 range. Like
yeah, 400 to
385 to like 425.
Yeah, so round 1 was a failure, but round 2, what do we got?
So like I've told you this on videos and everything, like you just need to be more aggressive. Like you're out here kind of just like, I feel like loving the game, like going through the motion of just like, I'm gonna throw it. You know, like you want to be on the balls of your feet and like be aggressive with the shot. So when I'm here, I want to go balls of my feet, wham, and have that leg follow through. You kind of drag your back leg, which being as big as you are is a huge heavy leg.
Yeah.
So that slows you. If I'm going like this, it slows my burn up down. If I'm here and I'm aggressive on the shot and I'm going, like everything is going through at one time. Like you can hear the disc come out of my hand. In the last few shots after I turned off the camera with you, after I told you that, you can hear it popping out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get that little bit of like vengeance in your throw in order to get that disc out there. Because anyone can just throw it. And that's what you were doing before. You were just out here throwing it like scared to flip it over like it was an ultra star. You want to get that shot out there and be on the balls of your feet, have a little swag, have a little bounce, and not be scared to pop that shot and use your hips.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is that we're talking about is that back leg. You should be feeling it like in your back glute, like the side back glute, because you're pushing off.
Yeah, you should be feeling this right here. This
right
motion,
there,
like
yeah.
Here, like I'm athletic, like I could go this way, like here, and then you wham, like
push that off
that's what I'm
that.
saying. Like if you see like me, Simon Eagle, like Simon and I do it very well, is this follow through right here. Because that means my upper body is accelerating from here up, which is what you want the disc to do, accelerate from here through. So if you're doing those things, you want to go here, extend through, so like you were going, you know, you just have like flat-footed,
slow. Yeah.
It's like you don't want to do that. You want to be like athletic. This is still a sport. You know, you want to be athletic in your throw, and that's one thing that people leave behind is when they're not attacking the shot. They're like scared to attack it. It's like you might turn it over. Brodie's still learning. You've been playing what, 7 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's expecting to be out here ripping it farther than me. But at some point you can, if you relearn these techniques and you get aggressive with the disc.
All right, round 2, let's rip them.
Let's go.
Be a little freaky with it, huh? Oh, Drew.
There you go.
Oh, Drew. Go, go.
That might be it.
That might be it.
If that was the crank, it would have went though.
That might be it. I'm already feeling like I could, like your disc, everyone at home can hear it come out of your hand.
Yeah.
Mine, they're starting to be like, wait, what was that?
It's
like,
whispering.
Like
it's
they're like, oh. But it's there, it's getting there. It's the build-up. Rome wasn't built in one day. Too much. I always know that one. I need to throw that more on a hyzer.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I don't like that one for you.
Still kind of came out quick. Turn. Turn over.
That was like 450. Oh, come on, turn, turn, turn. Ah. Ah.
All right, Drew's cleaning off the disc for round number 3. He threw one out there pretty decent, just under 600 feet, which is pretty far, guys. I got mine out there at like 480 or so. So we're gonna give it one more go because I don't want to throw my arm out. Any words of advice on the last attempt?
Try harder.
Try harder. Let's get it. Quest for 500, round 3. Goes nowhere when you throw nose up.
It was so nose up, it stuck in the ground.
Ah, it goes nowhere when it's nose up. Ah. All right, we're throwing spike hyzer bombs. All right, round 4 coming soon. We are adjusting for the wind situation. We're just gonna slide a little bit to the left so we're not throwing into the wind, which is kind of causing more of a nose up issue as well. And we're gonna give it one last effort, 4 more throws. Can I do it?
There you go. There you go. Go. That's a bucket!
I was doing it in the parking lot! Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed the video because that is gonna wrap it up for us here. Big thanks to Drew. It's not so much information overload, but I'm not gonna get it overnight. Like consistently, It's not gonna happen over and over. It's gonna take tons and tons of practice. And I'll probably rewatch this video multiple times just to watch his form, remember some of the key things he did, but that one shot right there, that one felt real. That one felt like it was how it's supposed to come out.
That's what we've been going for.
And that's the goal. And I think I can get in the weight room, get a little bit stronger, get a little quicker, and then also just continue to activate the glutes, man, because you gotta push off your glutes, hip rotation. But yeah, we're gonna see. We got the UDisc app up. We're measuring this one out. Make sure you go and check out Drew. He does a bunch of disc reviews right now on his YouTube channel. You might be doing more distance stuff as well.
Yeah.
So check out that. Check out his Instagram. All that will be linked in the description down below. We're at 400. I don't know.
We're close.
Oh gosh, it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to the wire. I thought it was out of the parking lot. I don't know. Oh boy.
What are we at?
450, 60,
oh.
70. 580, 86, 491, 494, 497, 495, 4. Oh no.
What just happened?
It looks like this is gonna be a 2-part series.
That wasn't the goal.
No, I think this is like 485.
We got, oh.
It's like right at.
497.
Oh wait.
Oh, we're
498.
Oh, 499.
Oh wait.
500. Let's go.
Yes, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. It just took a second for the app.
Let's go.
We got it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're standing on his disc. We're standing on the disc.
Episode 1, Quest for 500, nailed it on the knob. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Let's go. Dude, thank you so much for your help. Guys, make sure you check out all his stuff in the description down below. And that's all we got for you today. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Keep slinging them discs.